Peru News Today. All you need to know about Peru.
Peru vs Venezuela, the players left off the list for the qualifiers match in Lima. Juan Reynoso defined the list of 23 players who will be in the match against Venezuela this Tuesday. Will Oliver Sonne debut now? The Peruvian national team will face Venezuela this Tuesday at the National Stadium in Lima for the sixth day of the South American qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup, a crucial match for the bicolor not only because it is their last game of the year, but because a victory is urgently needed. So that Juan Reynoso's project is still sustained. For the duel against Venezuela, Juan Reynoso is expected to make changes to his lineup again, aiming mainly to reinforce the attack at home. Of the 30 players called up, Luis Advincula is suspended, only 23 can remain on the list for the game and these have already been defined. As in La Paz, the Peruvian national team will leave the same players off the list, with the exception of Oliver Sonne, who will have the possibility of making his debut against the Vinotinto, as Reynoso anticipated. Andy Polo and Luis Abram will not play against the team led by Fernando Batista. Striking decision by the technical command, taking into account that both were starters in the first 4 days. In November they didn't even go to the bank, despite being summoned. They will be joined by center forwards Santiago Ormeño and Juan Matias Sucar, which by default leaves Paulo Guerrero and Gianluca Lapadula as the main attacking alternatives. Melgar's footballers, Alexis Arias and Walter Tondasso, were also left out, as well as the goalkeeper of Universitario de Deportes, Diego Romero. Andy Polo started the first 4 dates of the 2026 qualifiers. Peru's lineup against Venezuela. The last 11 that Juan Reynoso rehearsed for the clash with Venezuela was with Pedro Gallese in goal, who would once again wear the captain's ribbon. In defense he considered Aldo Corzo and Marcos Lopez as fullbacks, having Renato Tapia and Alexander Collins at the back. Tapia was a starter in Bolivia, but on that occasion as a midfielder. Peru would repeat the 1-4-3-3 system, in which Pedro Aquino, Piero Quispe and Yoshimaru Yotun made up the midfield. The offensive line had João Grimaldo as a winger on the right and Brian Reina on the left, while Gianluca Lapadula was the only 9. It is worth adding that, in the rehearsal, Reynoso finished the practice by removing Piero Quispe from the 11 and including Paulo Guerrero, thus playing with a double striker in the 1-4-4-2 system. Subscribe and follow us on our social networks, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok.
Peru News Today. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.